train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside.
Pokemon, a series that spanned 24 years, sold over 300 million games, and has 23 TV seasons to its name. The franchise has touched millions of lives and will likely continue to do so for years to come. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you've at least heard of Pokemon. If not, take a look at this thing and it'll probably look kind of familiar. Alright, hopefully that jogged your memory a little bit and we now have a place to start from. If you grew up any time since the 90s, you've most likely seen an episode of the show on TV or played one of the many, many games. But to sum things up, Pokemon is a franchise owned by Nintendo, but also Game Freak, but also creatures. It doesn't really make sense, but it also doesn't really matter. Pokemon's about a world where instead of animals, you've got these sentient creatures called, well, Pokemon, and you want to befriend and train them. There's a whole ton of them now, too, like over 900, although the series originally started out with just 150. You can get your Pokemon fix through pretty much whatever you like, be it video games, trading cards, anime, mobile games, comics, kitchenware, Halloween costumes, the internet, food, and literally anything else you can think of. Like, I've seen Pikachu cars. There's no end to the Pokemon. What we're really here to talk about today, though, are the main series video games from the Pokemon franchise, the ones in which you play as a kid setting out on their journey to rise to the top of all Pokemon trainers through pitting your cute little friends against each other. These games require you not only to train your Pokemon, but catch them as well. In the games, you catch wild Pokemon by wandering around in the tall grass sections of the overworld. Pretty quickly, a wild encounter will trigger, accompanied by music sort of like this. You'll have to weaken, not defeat, the wild Pokemon before throwing a Pokeball, which are the devices used to contain the creatures, at it. The game then uses a formula to work out whether or not you'll get to keep the Pokemon as your own. The games use a modified catch rate equation to determine if a Pokemon will be caught or not. This equation takes into account the maximum number of health points, the current number of health points, the Pokemon's catch rate, the bonus multiplier for special Pokeballs, and the bonus multiplier for any special conditions the Pokemon has, such as if you use a move to confuse, poison, or put it to sleep. The equation looks like this. Different type of Pokemon has a different catch rate applied to it. For example, Rattata the rat Pokemon has a catch rate of 33.3%, while the legendary Lugia has a catch rate of 1.6%. After that, the game performs the shake checks. On screen after the Pokeball is thrown, it shakes up to 3 times. Each one of these shakes and the space of time before the first shake are actually opportunities for the wild Pokemon to escape. Before any of the shakes, the game generates a random number using this equation. During the shake checks, another random number between 0 and 65,535 is generated. If this number is greater than or equal to B, the check fails and the Pokemon is not caught. But if all 4 possible shake checks succeed, the Pokemon is caught. Every other generation or so uses a slightly improved equation for this process, but the basic spirit of it remains the same. I hope you found this video informative and perhaps enjoyed it as well. Thank you!